How's it going? We're on the beaches again. Today we're after low profile fish. No, it's not the same as flatfish, it's completely different. They're low profile fish, right? Just get used to it. Okay, so today the rods are the Sonics XK4. We're back down to the Megs 525s. The braid is 40 pound, the leader's 100. We're using the same rig as we did in the last video, only I got a better name for it now. It's the pulley D, as in down, right? The pulley D, because yeah, the pulley one down doesn't really sound so good. And on the other one we got the pulley X, which I'll introduce to you after I do this cast here. So the baits today are lug and squid, frozen lug, frozen squid, and hopefully because it's an evening tide, it's fierce cloudy, and we might get some coddling. Might. Who knows what we get? Who knows what we get? But you live in hope anyway. Coddling, a nice round fish instead of all these low profile fish, would be a wonderful thing. It really would. Stop laughing. So we got the first rod lashed out. So I got the reel set on slow. I got 2 lug to go. So let's go. So we'll introduce you to the new rig. It dawned on me the other day that I can basically do this with most rigs and have both the baits down behind the lead weight where they should be, causing least resistance and going the most distance. That rhymes as well. Yeah, well, live with it. So we'll get that rig up and we'll have a look at it. So this is it here. It's the pulley X. X for West X. Anyway, so it's pretty much the same setup. It's a Wessex rig. It's a clip down with a pulley on the top, so it goes up to a relay, just like the other one. Goes up to the relay there, and then back down, and that's it. And the top one's a pulley, just like the other rigs. So the only questions that need to be answered is, will it tangle? Will it catch fish? Will it unclip? And I think it will do all of these things, considering the other one works fantastically. So I'll have a whole series of pulley rigs. We'll have the pulley P, the pulley D, and the pulley X. So we get this one baited up and we'll bang it out. So just as always, 1 lug per hook. The squid hasn't defrosted yet. And as always, for the newbers, this system here I've devised is for circle hooks. It will work with live bait hooks as well, but I wouldn't recommend it for flatfish anyway. Not the live baits. This way, certainly for flatfish of any type. Rays, plaice, flounder, whatever, halibut, whatever you've got. Circle hooks, that's the way to do it. Hairs down the bottom. The reason why this works is the bait should be below the hook when you're using circles, because the bait is the first thing into the fish's mouth and the hook is the last thing out. So generally, as a rule, about 75 to 80% of the time, it hooks them in the lips. So it's definitely the way forward as far as fish conservation. This is 100 pound braid. That's an old Camazan hook, size 1, which I've clipped down and bent into that shape there. I have a video on it. I'll put a link in the description. So then you just hook it over the top there, just to stop it from rolling down the hair. This is about the size of a size 1.0 Camazan. It is in actual fact a BIMO circle hook size 1. It's a little bit big. It's got quite a good gauge to it. It's very strong. So tonight it will handle the flatfish and it will handle coddling. So I'm covering both ends of the game here. So we got it lashed out. We'll see what happens. We're fishing a rising tide. It's a 4 to 5 hour session we're going to fish, depending on how the fishing goes. High tide is 11:20 tonight, and it's just going 7 o'clock. So, as I was explaining, up to the relay, back down. That's it, simple. Then you get the pulley part, back down, there you go. That's how easy it is. I will say though, if you're going to fish a surf beach or something, don't use this rig. Use a flapper rig. Short snoods won't tangle. This is for this type of beach here. Calm seas, flatfish. So we bang it out, pendulum style. In my last video, I had trouble with my left hand, keeping it high up. I'm just after solving that problem, so I'm looking for some better looking casting anyway. I don't think it has anything to affect my distance, but it might improve it in the future once I get used to it. And of course I stuffed that one up, but anyway, me and me big mouth, right? So the rods are just in front of the first sandbar, which is about 120 or so meters out, and we're not really getting any fish, so the next cast I'm going to pitch it out over that, which is about 150 meters, and see if we got any fish out over the first sandbar. And then the second one, it lies out of reach at about 3, and the rest of them, well, there's 3 main ones here, and then there's no more. It runs out to about 500 meters. I'm going to take in the right hand rod now, and we'll see if we got a fish. So it's been out there for about 20 minutes or so. See how it's going with the bait. I have moved it a couple of times to see if I could encourage a bite, but nothing really happens. Well, yes, I think we got a crab. First fish of the night, a floppity flounder. Yeah, 2. Ha ha. So yes, double shots straight up. Well, that was the second cast. That's why it felt weird. So the top lad, he's the keeper. The bottom lad, he's going back. We got him on a hook now. We'll throw him here in the water, let him recover a little bit. Well, there he is in there, live and kicking. You can see his gills going there, and he's got a couple of parasites on his back as well. Take him out and we give him a look before we release him. Oh, they just came off. That's really nice for him. Anyway, we throw him back in the sea. Woohoo! There he goes. We're going to keep the other one. So the pulley X works fantastically. First chuck, 2 fish, so indisputable. Didn't tangle, unclipped, caught 2 fish. Brilliant rig. So we got to bait it up and we lash it out again. So I've done the lug worm. Now I'm just going to throw a couple of squid tentacles on the end. I don't know, if you've been watching the videos, you'll notice the first couple of casts is always flounder because they're in closer. And then as I increase the distance, I start to pick up the dabs and other stuff like that, on this particular beach anyway. Up and we lash it out again. It started raining as well. No bueno. Now it's a really great bite of both rods, banging up and down. Must be dabs. Excellent, that was a huge bite. So we just got a slack line on the right rod. Let's see if there's anything there. I hope it's a codling, but I'm going with big flounder. What is it? It's a flounder, I can tell. There's not much of a fish there for a slack line. This is weird. Maybe something else hit it and fecked off. Yeah, we got a dab. I don't think you get slack lines off dabs. It must be something else. So my legal limit for these boys is 25. And he's bang on to 25, so it's a little bit over, so I'm going to keep him because I got to eat as well. So we got 2 fish for the pot, which is much needed because my family are a bit like seals with the amount of fish they eat. So we're going to take in the other rod now. See what we got. I mean, it was hopping up and down, so I'm taking dabs anyway. Yeah, we're into something anyway. We got one dab. We got one dab. Not a bad one by all accounts anyway. We got him on the hair as well. So that's more food anyway. Nice. So he came off really easy, so I'm going to put him back anyway. So we bait up and we lashed it out again. My God, that went a long way. So I've got my hand where it needs to be now, which is really nice. It's a good thing about YouTube is you see things that you wouldn't have seen otherwise, and I wasn't aware that I was doing that, you know, but I am, so I'm not anymore. And a whole Ghostbusters thing going on here. Okay, well, a little bit crooked. So switched over the rods, my rain gear out, it's just lashing down. I hate weathermen, they are rubbish at their jobs. It's supposed to be dry tonight. It's lashing, like, hasn't stopped basically since about an hour since I got here. So I'm gonna lash this one out, see if we can get some cuddling maybe. Oh, that was a crap cast. But I'm getting where I want to be with it. So the pulley X works fantastically. So does the pulley D. And as for the pulley P, well, I've been using that for years. I think the two new ones might have the edge on it as regarding flatfish anyway. We'll see what else turns up tonight. So we'll see what we got going on this one. Nah, there's nothing there. But I've got another rig already done, ready to go. Now we got some crab action. Strip. So South African cast for this one. Nice. The birds are up there, they're going mental over something. I'm not going to bother going up and finding out, because it's just small herring fly or sand eels or something. But they'll be heading this way anyway. The tide's coming in, just pushing them up the beach. I can chuck one short, see what happens. The birds are coming down, so I'm just going to throw this one short and see what happens. See if there's a bass out there or something. A nice lump of squid in the end there. They might be into it, they might not. Right, I'm going to throw it short. And I mean short, I mean short. Boom, short. Shake the crap out of that. I think I need bigger hooks and grip wires, to be honest with you. So I'm going to get one of them out of the box now. This is going to be one of these nights where I end up with 100 rigs up on the beach. So the buoys are getting closer. I'm trying to get this bait in the water, get the other one in and the bait in the water before they get too close. Because I got some live bait hooks here, which I sometimes fish like circles as well. They work the same, more or less. Not quite as good, but nearly as good. And just a piece of squid. Like, I don't know what's coming down the beach, but if it's been harassed by something, it's not a flatfish anyway. So it could be that rare occasion where we get schoolies or some trout or some salmon or something. We see. Or it could be just nothing. Yesterday I was fishing for trout and there was loads of bait fish in the water and the seagulls were diving and everything else, but there was nothing on the ball at all except the birds. So unfortunately for me, but this could be the case again here. But if you're not in, you can't win. So we get this buoy in, the left one. Well, we got something on here anyway. What we got? 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 A big flounder. Fair enough. He'll do. Nice big flounder. Din-dins. I'll get him off now and put the other bait on. It's right there. You see that black line? I don't know if you can see it or not, but there's a black line there. Yeah, you can. I don't know what it is. It has to be herring fry, but they're not busting up, so it just means the tides pushed them up there. There's nothing chasing them except the birds, unfortunately. I'm gonna pitch out the squid now and we see what's going on. Just going for an old south there, or pendulum cast. Yeah, that's the one. Boom. Okay, I'm getting bites now on the one that's really close in. They used to catch sole here. I have tried on many occasions, but I've never managed one. So that would be a real feather in my cap if I could get myself a sole after all these years. I mean, you can't complain. I got fish, I got action. What more can you ask for? Bigger fish? Yeah. So I'm gonna bring in the right rod now. It's been sitting there for a while. It's had a couple of bites, but I can't say it's a fish anyway. I think it's more likely crabs or something. Although it does actually feel like there's something on there. So if there is, it's a flounder anyway. There is a fish, I don't believe it. What is it? This is what I said it was. Another flounder. Yeah. Well, he'll be dinner anyway. But I'm happy with the casting anyway. So that's definitely one thing sorted today anyway, which is really nice. Wow, that went a long way. Boom. It is now 9:45. So around 11 o'clock is the top of the water. So I'm going to fish until then and see what comes out of this. If the cod were here, they would have turned up by now, I'm pretty sure. But you always get the odd stray one. So we'll see what happens. And the rods are hopping up and down again. It's a bad hook choice today. Bad hook choice today. But I'm going to stick with it. Because sometimes, you know, it pays off. The hooks are too big. Yes, they are. The dabs are pretty small today. And they're not able to get them into their mouths. With the flounder are. Cause you getting this? Look. Bloody invasion. That has never happened to me before. Yeah. I should call ahead and warn the guy before they do that shit. Invasion now and everything. So I'm gonna put the last vlog on that on this rig. I'll bang it out there. Not much more going on tonight, I don't think. So that's it there, last bait. 2 lug and squid. There's 2 lug and half squid in each one of them. Not very big squid, but we'll do the job if there is a cod. Yeah. So, the last cast. Boom. See if we got a fish to end with. You never know. If it is, it's a flounder, I would say. We got a crab on it. I can feel him dragging his dopey legs in the sand. There's the leader. There's the rig. Boom. Damn. I'm Billy. This is Billy Fishing. This is my low profile Piscean paradise. Till the next time. Remember, I'll see you on the beach.